It is a regular work day for Brian Baker, Department Chair of Skill Training Center. He teaches and looks over the welding students at Tyler Junior College. On Sunday, he attends Colonial Hills Baptist Church, where Robert Cotter is the senior pastor of the congregation.
His Father, so that the Father in heaven could do through him, the man, anything he wanted.
The Sport of Kings. They both practice the same sport, falconry.
Falconry is the art or sport of hunting and catching wild game with raptors.
Birds of prey often used for falconry are eagles, hawks, falcons, and even owls. These animals are natural killing machines. Falconers share a bond with their bird to improve its hunting skills. In 2005, a famous bird expert released a study in which he measured bird IQ. Hawks were among the most intelligent birds based on his scale. Birds of prey share physical characteristics which makes them excellent predators. Their eyesight is several times more accurate than that of a human being, which gives them the advantage of surprise. Its talons have 4 sharp claws used to catch and control. They have a strong beak, which falcons use to cut important nerves and finish the prey. Such lethal weapons are used with incredible speed and intelligence.
Bird is not dependent on me at all. The bird's a very capable hunter, especially if you've had the bird for a few years.
With 2 decades of experience, Mr. Baker recently captured a red-tailed hawk on December 25th. His daughter called it Angel. Today, Pastor Cotter and Mr. Baker brought their 2 hawks, which will be hunting at the field on separate times. Angel is the first hunter. Trainer and bird work together. The hawk gets on high position to scan the trees for any movement. Down on the ground, the trainer hits the trees on a perimeter around the bird. If a curious squirrel comes out, the hawk will notice it first and patiently wait for the right moment to strike.
That animal is poised and driven to catch, and the one that's being chased is driven to flee and get away, and it's really a life and death kind of thing.
Squirrels are smart and fast. Their knowledge of the terrain is used to their advantage. Despite their inoffensive appearance, they are vicious and aggressive.
They have very sharp teeth, so they bite, and they'll bite the hawk. But hawks learn how to handle them.
Over these bushes and vines, Mr. Baker's hawk, Angel, engages in a hostile fight. The mysterious animal escapes. On situations like this, falconers cannot interfere. This time, the hawk's experience helped it to finish a fight with a bigger animal uninjured. Mr. Baker is aware of the possibility of losing his bird while hunting. Sometimes his hawk will get ahead of him while going after its prey. That is why he, like many other falconers, uses a radio telemetry, a modern radio transmitter attached to its bird.
Telemetry enables us to track our birds so we can keep up with them, and therefore we don't lose them very often.
Pastor Cotter has practiced falconry, flying falcons and hawks for more than a decade. Pastor Cotter presents to others falconry, using it to share spiritual lessons of life. He preaches the message of salvation through the King of Kings while explaining what was known as the Sport of Kings. Rodeo is the name of Pastor Cotter's hawk. Hawks will attack to push its prey in a certain direction, working strategically to finally launch its fatal blow. Once the hawk catches its prey, its talons search for a soft tissue on the head where they apply incredible pressure, reaching the brain. Pastor Cotter and Mr. Baker were attracted to birds of prey and falconry since an early age. They know that the main purpose of falconry is the preservation of birds of prey. The Pilgrim's falcon's population was removed in many parts of the United States. Falconry played an important role bringing the species to stability, and it continues to help the protection of wildlife.
I've released birds in the past, and retrapped new ones.
falconers are required to have a federal and state permit. Obtaining a falconry license in the United States requires an aspiring falconer to pass a written test, have equipment and facilities inspected, and serve a minimum of 2 years as an apprentice under a licensed falconer. After meeting all the requirements, the aspiring falconer is allowed to capture a falcon.
We use different types of traps, and we have a prey to lure them in, and then they get caught in the trap.
We put a hood on them to calm them down, and that begins the process of taming them down and getting them calm.
Birds of prey have to be captured before they are sexually mature. It is because birds of prey are very territorial and become aggressive around their nest area. This year, some hawks decided to make their nest on top of the University of Texas at Tyler cafeteria. Male and female hawks cater and take care of the eggs together. Around April, eggs hatch. Some species of hawk tend to have the same mating partner their whole life. The admiration of birds of prey is depicted as a sign of power and strength over the ages. The Mexican flag on its coat of arms is represented with a golden eagle perched upon a cactus, eating a snake. The Great Seal of the United States has a bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch on its talons. Many falconers describe their role as natural watchers, those who look at nature unfolded, cruel for some, beautiful for others, but at the end, naturally balanced.
Sometimes maybe we don't like to think about it, but it's reality. It's the way it is. For you to live, something's going to die.